What's going on, my friends? It's the Beard here with Kaplow Entertainment, and today in American Truck Simulator, that's right, we're going to put some miles under our belt. As you can see, I've gone ahead, I have bought myself a Kenworth W900 equipped with a studio sleeper. This bad boy is 455 horsepower. That's 1,650 pounds per foot. I'll tell you, over 900 RPM is just fantastic. Set up with a Eaton transmission. She's fantastic. I don't know what to say. She's an upgrade for me. I've slowly been moving up through the ranks in the game. I have set myself up in a position where I have two other trucks, drivers driving them, so they're steadily bringing me in a little bit of cash flow. And today we're going to go and do a little bit of a haul. We're here just outside of our garage. Well, let me just pull it up and show you what's happening. I am in mid-transport. We're on our way to pick up a trailer. We just left the garage. We're in LA at the moment. Got a few mods happening here. We've got the realistic traffic. I want to give a shout out. Good job working on these guys. You can get them off the workshop. We've got the realistic environment mod. I've got the field of view, the realistic field of view for your mirrors. You notice they're just a little bit different. I'm going to get gas right now if you're wondering why I'm going off track. So just a few things to kind of up our experiences here within the game. One of the other things I have added, and I'm quite pleased with, and I can't off the top of my head remember the name, but you've probably all seen it. It's the State Trooper. It gives you the legitimate cars, the proper interceptor, whatever the case may be per state as to what they drive. So it's true to form. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, I must admit. I kind of like it. All right, let's get this thing filled up here. Diesel at $2.83. Not sure what the price is down there in the States, but at a gallon, well, I'm not sure what that works out to per liter. I haven't done the math, but let's just say that diesel is still cheaper than gas where I live. These mods for this game absolutely put a certain amount of life in this game. That not that there isn't life in it beforehand, but, you know, let's face it, hey, if you're going to go out and you drive around, you can only drive a virtual truck for so long without upping your experience. And SCS, the developers, haven't exactly been putting out a ton of content for this game. If it wasn't for the mod developers, and I tip my hats to you fine ladies and gentlemen out there that put your own time out so that others may enjoy the game on a level that should have been intended from the actual developers in the first place. Whoop, I hit the wrong gears. I'll explain that in a second. So, you know, I really do. I tip my hats to all you fine mod developers. Thank you. Keep up the good work, and I look forward to seeing what else we've got coming down the line. There's a few I've got my sights on, and we'll maybe try out a little bit later. Once we've beaten these states to death that we have access to, and providing that this is before the Mexico, I believe it's a DLC is coming out, we'll probably sink our teeth into the Canada Dream mod, which adds Canada, couple that with coast to coast so you can go back and forth. It sounds fantastic. I'm a big fan of Peterworths. I'm a big fan of Kenworths. I've even owned a Western Star that I quite like. And let me just take a moment here before. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm the Beard. But my full-time job is I have my own excavation company. And for years I've been doing this. And I had a previous company. And in my previous company, things got a little out of hand, but I own 3 dump trucks, so I have some experience with the big rigs themselves, and they did have, the box on the back, so the only thing we were hauling around was an equipment trailer, and we would put our biggest machine was like a Volvo 210, like a 200 class size excavator, which is a big excavator for those of you who don't know. Now, it's certainly not a 350 or a 400 or a 650 when you really start getting into the grit there. Oh, I should have my indicator. No, I'm not indicating. Go straight. I gave out mixed signals. Yes, sir. So one of the things that I want to touch base on here, so I do have some experience in the real world, if you will, with these different trucks. I do know a lot of their shortcomings, and I have a pretty good idea on the daily operation of the big rigs, the semis, if you will. We're gonna scooch around you because I'm hopping a curb. I want to catch this light, pal. Thank you very much. We'll skip a few gears as we shift here, as we don't have a load. Now, the other thing I wanted to get to, I'm jumping around a little bit here, but I am using a Thrustmaster TMX. It's not the most flashy wheel, but it gets me by. It's good for racing sims and whatnot. It's got a half decent force feedback. It's, you know, kind of at the economy level. It's. Are you sure you want to play these games, but not sure you want to spend $1,000? I know there is some a little bit cheaper, but let's face it, it's expensive to get into. And I probably will spend a little more down the road. I'm really, really enjoying the full effect of the racing sims, and coming back to Euro Truck Simulator 2, and of course now American Truck Simulator, which I only just picked up, and I've got a few hours into, more than a few hours, but although if you look at my Steam profile, I had a lot of AFKing going. It looks like I've been playing this thing non-stop for days. So don't believe everything you read, obviously. We're gonna... Oh, you're gonna go? Well, I'm just gonna scooch beside you here. Some right-hand turn lanes would sure be nice. Alright. So I am using the stock pedals that came with it, but my only shifters are paddle shifters. And so I do apologize if you hear the clickety-click. It kind of gets on my nerves. Maybe it won't get on yours. Maybe it's not coming through that much on the camera. I do plan on buying a proper shifter, and I just really need to order it and set it up. Okay, why was I thinking I'm getting fuel? Kind of flapping away here, not really paying attention, just idly driving. Hopefully I don't get nailed for speeding. We'll take it easy. We're going to head into the Texaco plant here, grab ourselves, I'm not even sure the length of it. I imagine it's a 50-odd foot trailer. And this is a pretty cool looking plant. Check that out. Well, you can't really see it too well from here, but you're about to get an up-close and personal tour of said Texaco plant. That's right. We're going to pull in here and see where it is we need to go. Looks like it's around the back. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That's pretty fantastic. We'll take our time plunking through here and have a little sip of the coffee before we have to go ahead and couple up the trailer. It's a very relaxing game, but at the same time, it can be stressful when you've got a fragile load on, or you've got to make a delivery in a certain amount of time. And since I've added the realistic AI traffic, holy man, you want to talk about rush hour. And I mean, I used to be able to just flip along and pass traffic, like I could jump into the oncoming lane and just rip and tear to it without any real cause for concern. But that ain't happening now. Now, in real life, I would not be turning my wheel while stationary like that. You always try to turn it ahead of time while you're actually moving, because it's very, very hard on the steering box. Okay, we're going to just back in here nice and ginger. There we go. Get that connected up. So, my whole point talking about the shifters and whatnot is you are going to hear me doing some rapid fire shifting as I'm cruising along. And I do apologize. I know, it would be nice if I could just use the shifter to physically skip the slots. Instead, I have to click through them. Not a big deal. Takes away a little bit for me because, let's face it, how many racer rigs have you seen with paddle shifters? I mean, hey, come on. There might be some out there. But, most rigs don't have it. So, there it is. All right, we're off and running, guys. We're going to start this trip out with a grand total of $87,991. I've been a little busy. I've, as I said, picked up 3 different trucks. I've got this one. I've got my last one, which I did do a video on. I haven't released it as of the time of this recording, as I wasn't too sure which way I was going to go with American Truck Simulator. I enjoyed Euro Truck Simulator, but the thing that I found was getting into the immersion, well, not being from Europe, not knowing my way around in Europe, kind of took away a little bit from the enjoyment. Now, when you get here, okay, well, I live in Canada, but I've driven all through the States, and I've driven all through California. I've spent a fair bit of time down there over the years, and of course, Seattle and whatnot. I would love to be able to take this game up that direction, hence the Coast to Coast and Canada Dream expansion I'll be talking about later, doing more mods. But for now, it really does add to it, you know, being here in somewhere that I'm at least familiar with. Euro Truck Simulator, fantastic game. Great followers, great community. You know, it's what this game was derived from. I mean, it's the same game repackaged and skinned with new maps and you know, new trucks. Obviously, quite heftier, larger trucks here in North America than what you see over on the European side of things. Nothing wrong with their trucks. In fact, I've spent probably a good 60, 70 hours just petering about in that game, having a great old time. But there's something about getting into a Peterbilt and something about getting into a Kenworth. I'd love to see a Western Star. I've seen some mods. I've actually got a mod for a Volvo. I'm a big fan of Volvo. My excavators. Okay, so I'm going to... Oh, yeah, you are turning. I didn't think you were. That's my bad. I'm driving like a Canadian here, eh? Oh, that's right, eh? There we go. Jeez, man, come on. Let's get moving here. It's time to get this baby petering down the road. All right, yes, sir. Try and give you guys a little bit different views. Skip a few gears as we go. Oh, I got a full tank of fuel. My fatigue is getting up there a little bit. Now, what I plan on doing is getting some miles under my belt, and I want to sleep away rush hour. Rush hour, when you've got the AI realistic traffic going down, is a bit of a nightmare in this game. I failed an on-time delivery, one of those on-time one dealy all jobs there they got right there. Yes, sir. You know what I'm talking about right there? I failed one. I was stuck in traffic. I don't know what to say, you know, and the police don't take too kindly if you start pushing vehicles out of the way, which is something I would absolutely love to do, let me tell you, in real life, too. I can take my dually and just poof, people right through the intersection, carry on. But I'm not that guy. I'm a kind soul. I'm thoughtful like that, you know, because I didn't hit you with my truck. It means I'm a thoughtful kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? All right. There's, you can see the police, the 5-0 running around the corner there in their SUV. That's one of the mods we have on here. And if this does become a regular thing, I'll list the mods and everything in the description. I don't know if I'm going to right now. I'm not too sure how far I want to take American Truck Simulator. I think really it comes down to you, the viewership, and what you guys think. And if you want me to do more videos on it, I mean, hey, let's talk for reals here. You want me to keep on trucking? You got to give me that call sign. Let me know in the comment section below. And while you're there, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already done it already. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. And I'm about a mile back on this guy. What do you see how close? Like, the big front end on this truck. Look at that. Okay, here we go. Let's get the gears down. Yes, sir. We're making a left hand here. Looks like Buddy is up there, too. So we'll get some speed and get through this intersection with a little bit of pizzazz. All right. Hey, Buddy. Hey. He crashed into me, and I get charged $900. I was already 3/4 of the way through my turn, and he came flying around. Okay, so obviously we could use a little bit more better representation on the AI. Although I do have to say, drivers are a little crazier than that where I live, so maybe it's on point. You know, not a good way to start though. $900 down in the hole. Not a big fan of that, but it is what it is. Oh, beautiful sunny day, mid-afternoon. 2:05. Fully hooked up in the big old Kenworth. Rolling down the road. Passing the skate park. That's right. They're there. They're doing their thing. Yeah. Exercise. And we're here. We're long hauling. We're making some money. We gotta make our way over to the freeway here. Then we can chit chat a little bit more. Just pay attention to what's going on in town. We're looking good. We're gonna make the turn. One of the complaints that I have about this game is sometimes you're making that turn, and if you come out too far, if you've got a big trailer on the back, you come out too far into the intersection while making said right-hand turn, you will get dinged. You will get nailed for running a red light. Even though clearly, I should have single shift there coming up this hill, clearly your intentions were to turn right, but there's no disputing it. They got you. They nail you. That's all there is to it. It's the same thing coming into the weigh scales. You don't slow down fast enough, and you hit that lane coming up onto that scale, and you're not doing 15. You're screwed, man. you're screwed. You can just go ahead and forget about that nice old dinner you were going to take your old lady to when you get home after this big old road trip. Because you're paying a ticket. And so you got to watch it. The fines are real, man. They are real. Okay, let's downshift a little here. Take this corner with a little bit of finesse. And not the kind of finesse you put in your hair. Do they still make that hair product nowadays? I really don't know. I couldn't even tell you. All right, here we go. Getting onto the freeway entrance. Pumping her up here. It's 65 for the cars, but we're 10 miles per hour back at a good 55. This bad boy that we're pulling here right now, that I'm pushing with my truck, she got some jam. I don't know there's better out there, but moving up in the world as I've steadily increased my vehicles and the quality of said vehicles, what a difference. Look at the traffic we're rolling into here. If this was LA, we'd already be in a standstill. But, what a difference. I mean, before that mod, there was like 2-3 cars at any given time on the road. Now there's, 2 or 3 cars right there with another, multiply that by like 6. At any rate. All right, enough flapping. Let's get her up to about 55. We're hitting the off-ramp here. All right, taking San Diego, Carlsbad off-ramp. Now, this one here is going to give us a big old spin around. I'd rather be in the outside lane. Oh, I done took the wrong street right there. Oh, slide it over, cutting buddy off. Yeah, baby. I went the wrong way. The wrong way is the right way, depending which way it is. Let's stop and take a look at our map here and see what I've just done to myself. I'm going to have to go all the way up, make a left, go all the way up towards Barstow, but hang left, come along back down through Bakersfield. Wow. Can I just bust a UE? It would save me a whole lot of time here. And I do believe I can. Now, the GPS in this game is not necessarily the smartest I've found. Quite often, it's just taking you the route that's most designated. Okay, it does have me doing a UE. Yeah, okay. So it is being smart. I take back what I was about to say. And that was all kinds of slander and, I was going to be talking you down. That's right, game. You were about to get talked down. Because of my stupid moves, you were going to be punished. Okay, get around that corner before that car. Ooh, yeah, baby. We got her. We're going to get back onto this here on-ramp. Try not to be a big old glitch this time. Cut that lane a little bit. Pretty good, my trailer on the back. I know where she is most of the times. I don't mind cutting the lane if it saves a little bit of time. Helps me keep my speed up. Because speed is a thing. If you end up having to gear back and all of a sudden you're fighting to get back up to speed, it's not always the most advisable thing to do. And then you find yourself in a flat spot. Traffic comes whipping around you. It's really not very safe. Okay, we need to get over here. Indicator on. That's a good man back there, or woman, whatever the case may be. Going ahead and letting this over. Thank you very much. Okay, so rather than doing that one little loop, as you'll see in the GPS down there, we went ahead and did a great big old redneck U-turn. Oh, well, it is what it is. Carry it on. Onward and upward. Get ourselves up to speed here. Get some miles under our belt. So it's going to be a bit of a drive here today, guys. I would say according to the GPS, we got a good 18 hours. We're going to go ahead and drop down to 58 and lock her in cruise. We'll go ahead and settle her in here. Let's see, we're on some pretty good flat ground. We're going to drop right into 18th gear to conserve as much diesel as we can. And make no mistake, that is a thing, guys. When you're out driving, I mean, you can only go down so low in your gears, but some transmissions are designed. It's like this on many different vehicles. Oh, we're turning off already. Some are designed to, it's kind of like an overdrive. So like 18th in this bad boy right here. It's more like an overdrive than anything else. Let's get that right down. Okay, be careful we don't roll back too much. You can run into people that way. We'll just creep here first. For instance, my Harley is a 6-speed. And, you know, of course, obviously I get up into my 6th gear, and I do have, it's a little different. I have a little more length of gear to play with there. But I could be cruising along in 3rd gear or even 4th, and you're going to let me out, boy, or you're trying to turn, one of the two. And then I can just go ahead and drop it right into 6. And I'm not underpowered. Oh, yeah, baby, that was awful close. I don't know if you saw that in the side view. Almost took out a street sign. Shh, say nothing, it never happened. Well, it didn't happen. That's the beautiful thing. So yeah, it's kind of nice having those overdrive gears, just for fuel consumption. Really, is the long and short of it in a vehicle like this. Anyways, as you'll see when we get up to speed, it's not that I'm getting any more length out of the gear. It really just, I mean, well, I do get a little more length out of it. I guess that's not the right way to, not the correct terminology I want to be using there. Ooh, 55? No. Come on now. Pump it. Let's go. Juice it. All right. Caught in the low end of a gear on a hill, but I didn't want to just sit there and rev out. I mean, we are steadily accelerating. We're coming down a hill, so we will double shift. We'll skip that next gear. And we're going to take this one with a little bit of speed here. Try and keep our speed up for this climb. It's not a big climb, but it's a climb nonetheless. All right, into 16. We'll get her up to about 60. Actually, no, we don't want a speeding ticket. Let's go ahead and hit that right there. Yes, sir. 17 is a very short gear. Very, very short gear, in fact. What tends to happen with it is you'll be coming from 16, you're on the high end, you're revving up, and you'll throw it into 17, and you're like, well, where's the rest of the gear? You know, nothing there. But it's meant for situations like this where I would keep it in my 18th gear, but 17's just got a little more jam for a climb. And I'm watching, we are losing speeder, so we'll gear down. Give her just a little bit more oomph. There we go. Yes, sir. And now we're cruising. And we'll settle in for the long haul. Quite often you'd have a partner. As long as you have a sleeper, you'll run in tandem with a partner. You know, get a few more miles on. You don't bother stopping. Look at the tumbleweeds tumble by. Take a few of them out there. Get them in the grill. Ooh. It'd be nice if, like, they interacted with the currents of the vehicle as you went by. It was flying up in the air, hit someone's dash, maybe get stuck in their windshield. Big fiery wreck on the side of the road. Entertainment. You know what I'm talking about. It's entertainment. Entertainment at its finest. I reach over here, my cup holder. It's coffee. It's coffee this time of morning. Oh, what's that? What was that, an engine brake? I'm not too sure what that notification was down there on the dashboard. Have to keep our eye open for that. I did notice I have a little bit of damage that I need to repair on my vehicle. Had an incident this morning. Oh, yes. I was all hooked up. Had a good 50,000 pounds on the back. Was coming down a hill. Hit a corner. As soon as we get around the corner, it happened right in front of me. Let's just jerk that right there. Happened right in front of me. I guess a car going my direction tried to pass, pulled out, coming around that corner, smacked into another car. Man, I saw that thing cartwheel in the air, and I'm regretting not having the screen capture going because it was entertaining, man. You know, in real life, I wouldn't be that guy in real life, but in this game, I bust my gut laughing so hard. I mean, that thing had cartwheeled in the air. But subsequently, all the vehicles around him decided to go all squirrely. Everyone jammed on their brakes when, you know, people are like damn near going sideways from the braking effort. So I came in with speed, just like I'm doing right now. Whoa, buddy. That was just unkind. But you know, I managed to carve the side of the road and miss the wreck earlier. And off I went. Tires blazing up dust. And in the process, I hit a little pylons on the side of the road. Gave me a little bit of damage. Not a ton, but you can see there, 7% damage on my truck now. And it shows it all on the tires. but it's not all on the tires, or at least it's showing wear on the tires. It was mostly, I got it on my tranny, and I got some on the engine. So I don't know if that light had anything to do with that. We'll definitely have to check that one out. See what that's all about. Alright, keep on trucking there, Beard. Getting a little further into the evening now. Technically, I mean, we're in the throes of rush hour. Now, my plan was actually to pull over and sleep, but it's going pretty good, so we'll keep moving here. I try to avoid rush hours, and I don't know if it's a thing, but it certainly feels like it is, especially with this mod. I'm just cruising going up this hill. I should pay attention. I really don't need a ticket. Let's gear down here. Let's gear down. There we go. Okay. And I didn't mean literally gear down. Okay, let me just make that clear. It's the saying I use. Gear down there, big rig. And now I guess, I am actually in a big rig gearing down, so it really works. It's funny how that all comes around. It's like, what's that saying I like to use, or I have used in the past? You got her, daughter. When you say that to your own daughter, they just kind of look at you like, what? Huh? Yeah, Dad, I got it. You're right. You're bad. Okay. Awkwardly move along. Alright, get back up to speed. We got a full line of traffic up ahead of us, and look at those clouds, man. Holy, it looks like there's a storm brewing. Not once, here in California anyways, have I yet to use my wipers in this game. So, a little hopeful. Maybe there's a storm coming in. We can actually get a feel for things. Now, previously, I could just rip into the oncoming lane and pass these guys without any issues. Oh, we've got a foolish driver. Okay, we're going to give it a try. No, we're not. No, we're not. Nope. And see, now as soon as I said that, started to pull out, along comes the traffic. And we're responsible drivers. We care about people's safety and welfare. There could be a family of 4 in that vehicle oncoming towards us. And we certainly don't want to cause any distress for the make-believe people that... You know what, next time I'm just going to do it and we'll just crash right through them. Just smash, take them all out. No, I digest. Did you catch that? Digest. Not digress. I digest. And there goes my wife's car, although hers is blue. Oh, and the Camaro. I'd rather that was my wife's car. Oh, 2 of them side by side. Look at these guys. And they're red. It's a well-known fact. Paint your vehicle red, it'll go faster. So hey, they're obviously trying to get a race on, those 2 guys. Cruising. Well, guys, let me know what you think. Is American Truck Simulator something you would like to see more of on the channel? Now, I'm not talking back-to-back episodes of nothing but American Truck Simulator. We've got our regulars, the regular games we're playing. I'm into Project Cars 2 right now, and Assetto Corsa, and, that'll always be. Whether we're pumping videos out on those is a different story. I'm also playing Destiny 2 with some friends over on the X-Bone there, and what else are we doing? Of course, my Car Mechanic Simulator, which is probably one of my top 3 games right now that I enjoy the most. And, there's reasons why it's not number 1. I would love to say that it is number 1, but that would be a lie. There's things that they need to address on that game, that they need to add more content for, and so on and so forth. But the mod developers are keeping that stuff real and giving us lots to do, and it's kept it alive for me. And I, again, thank the modding community. Man, it doesn't matter what game. If there's mod support, that game is going to do twice as good as it possibly could without mod support. Now, I think that just about every game out there should have the option for modding. But that comes down to the developers, so we won't get into all that right now. All right, let's pay attention here, Beard. You're just kind of kicking back on your drive. Nice midweek, it's hump day. It's Wednesday. Still got 14 hours on the road. Don't want to fatigue ourselves too much. No point in getting all crazy and doing silly things like trying to drive over tumbleweed or hitting traffic. You know, we don't want to hit traffic. No, we certainly don't. But traffic is a thing, and we have to deal with it. So let me know, guys, what you think. Do you want to see more American Truck Simulator? Let me know what your favorite game on the channel is. And of course, if you're new here and you're just jumping in and you're watching this, and maybe you're skipping through the video to see what's happening, maybe you want a better look at the Kenworth and want to see what we've done to her and how she performs. Well, if you happen to be checking here right now, please hit that comment, like, and subscribe buttons there. And if you can go ahead and do that, we can be friends. We can be friends. And my friends get cookies. Cookies and beer. You want to dip them together, you go right ahead. But cookies and beer. Of course, you must be of legal drinking age in order to consume said beer. Otherwise, you're going to have to give it to your parents. That's right, kids. You're SOL. Give it to your parents. They'll thank me later. Of course, they might be wondering why you're coming home with beer and who's the strange man that gave it to you. Conversation got a little awkward all of a sudden. So we're just going to go ahead and speed and talk about the ticket I'm about to get. Let's slow her down just a little bit here. Rather than jumping on the brakes, we're just gonna gear back and we'll lock her in at about 58 once she settles. We are on a bit of a downgrade here. Let's see, let's get it right there. Beautiful, beautiful. We could be expecting people to try and pass me here, and I thought, that was happening earlier. Every little break, guys were trying to get around me, and then they'd end up having to pull back in because of all the traffic coming down the road. Lots of equipment being moved around here. Obviously, lots of work. That's good. That's good. Lots of work where I live, too. That's pretty good. Lots going on in my world with the excavation outfit and so on and so forth. I'm just thinking about buying a GoPro and strapping it onto my hard hat and uploading a few videos from the operator's perspective, but it doesn't really fit with the channel, so I'd have to make a new channel, and yeah, we'll see. Talking about opening up the Discord, my friends. If you're interested, again, let me know in the comments. Not just gonna open the gates if people aren't wanting to jump in there. We got a bit of a slowdown here. See what's happening. What's the problem, boys? What's the problem? What are the chances? Chances are not good. I know I'm leaning a little on that line, but I'm hoping I'm going to see a break. It ain't going to happen. We'll just settle into the rhythm. The rhythm of the road. All right. Insert relaxing tunes here. Oh. Nah, not that one. Pick the next one. Next track. Yeah. Thanks. I like that one. That one's pretty good. That one's good. Keep that one going there. All right, now. Gonna do a little hill climb behind a bunch of trucks. How exciting is this? Oh, and let's slow down right before the hill. That's a great plan. You guys are my heroes. Oh, this is fantastic. This is what it used to be like on the Sea to Sky Highway if you got stuck behind a rig on our way up to Whistler. You'd be coming, look at this bus just chewing. Ha! Whew! Wouldn't want to be one of those passengers right now. Mind you, they're at least moving. Ooh, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Don't get stuck in that gear. There we go. I was a little worried I was going to get stuck in gear there. Going all slow. But this is about as realistic as it gets. Something like this with traffic, especially with multiple trucks. What? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, well, that's what I get for looking at my recording. I guess I went out too wide. Not really watching, and I got a fine. I crashed. Man alive. Well, it doesn't happen too often, but I guess it's got to happen to keep me on my toes. Okay, let's pedal down now. Lots of cops. Yeah, I must have just cut in a little bit too much on that turn. That was my boo-boo, you know. I guess I take for granted that I'm always in the center of the lane, which, you know, normally I am. Now we'll find the other guy. Well, it is what it is. Carrying onward. Onward and upward. Pip, pip, and all that. Let's do this thing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now we get some speed. I was kind of slack. Look how far ahead those guys got on me there. That's not doing the drive justice here. And there we go, the first yawns of the night. Well, we've done pretty good. We've almost pushed to 9 o'clock. We'll snooze, and then we should be getting out in the wee hours in the morning. Now, the only challenge is getting up here and finding ourselves somewhere to sleep. Got a little ways to go, I do believe, before we're going to pass any form of civilization. We'll come out of this road, and we'll have to cut a hook to the side, and then we should be pretty close. So maybe another 5 minutes of real time. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. We're doing pretty good on the fuel. I like to normally try and time my stops together. So I'm stopping to fuel and to sleep all at the same time. It's the ideal situation. Doesn't always pan out, obviously. Come on, guys. This is a straightaway, and it looks like you're slowing down a little bit there. Is the traffic line that long that the left-hand turn that's coming up ahead has got them all slowing that much? You know, I mean, now, granted, I was doing about 58 clicks there. We're going to want to just ease into this here. It's not a real sharp turn or anything, but I don't want to be jacking my brakes if these guys happen to slow down in a hurry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, I could use an app, come to think of it. That would be pretty fantastic right about now. All right. Getting through the bulk of this, and there we go. As I was talking about, having to jam on the binders. Yeah, go ahead and just practically come to a stop, because, you know, big open highway. Yeah, okay. If that happened in real life, I tell you, I'd be cursing right now. No, I'm pretty easy going behind the wheel. Okay, so our fatigue has hit the level red. We are full on fatigue. We can expect to see some dimming of the eyes happening here. Don't worry, don't panic. It's actually 9 o'clock and it's getting dark. But yeah, we will start to experience some of that. Let's go ahead and gear down here. See if we can't find ourselves somewhere to stop for the night. Now, the fact that I have a sleeper on the back should afford me a little more comfort than just the day cab. I should be able to just pull into any parking lot and catch some Z's if it were true to form. You know, really, I should be able to just pull over on the side of the road. But thus is not the case in ATS. No. All right, cruise on through. How do you do? We got to get through this stretch of desert. Because as of right now, there is no civilization, no matter which way you look. Love the sound of that motor. Hear that turbo? Hear the turbo spooling out? It's like a little whistling sound. Hear that? I just love that. I love that noise. My old Ford, so my first real truck. Now I say real, and let me explain that. Me and my buddies have our own kind of... Yes, I know I'm getting tired. Yes. We have our own kind of thing going down. Our own classification, if you will. A 1500, you know, like a Ford F-150 or a Ram 1500 or GMC or whatever. They're not quite real trucks. Those are starter trucks. Okay, they're not. You know, they're starter trucks. They're not like something you're gonna go and tow any real serious weight with. So when I say I got my first real truck, my first 3500, 2500 is a real truck. Don't get me wrong, but you know, my first real truck was a 3500, a Ford F350. In fact, it was a Centennial Edition. She was beautiful. Beautiful truck. Beautiful. I absolutely loved it. My first experience driving a diesel. Here, we're going to take this a little wide. Coming this way here. Let me just pay attention to what I'm doing here. Okay. Let's get this off the road. And we're going to block all of you in for the night. Because that's the thing. Nighty night, everybody. Enjoy. You all stay there in those stores. Your cars are all still there. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I don't know what y'all do for a living, but it's 8:15. Don't you need to be somewhere? Ooh, look, trailer park. Fancy. Fancy. All right. So we'll get back onto the highway here. Let's be smart about this, too. Okay. Let's take a look-see. Let's take a look-see from another view. Bang. Looking good. It's all good in my hood. And we need to make a left. Come on, buddy. I got my high beams on. Sorry for blinding you. I'm really not sorry because you really can't see a thing. You're not real. That's right. Uh-oh. Whoop. Yep. Buddy came out just a little. That and I cut the corner just a little. Really, he was on the stop sign exactly where he should be. I just like to blame others for my inequities. My shortfallings, my shortcomings. Okay, here we go. Heading along old Route 6 here. 8:30 a.m. in the morning. Had a good sleep in the back of my sleeper. She's a pretty sleeper. I don't know if you've seen it. Let me just quickly. Yeehaw! She looked good. She looked good. All right, let's just not crash while showing you the sleeper. In fact, let's just hang tight a second here. Got traffic behind me. Need to get her up to speed. We're only doing 35 right now. Being a bit of a slug on the road. Not that I really care. It's all about the ride. It's about the enjoyment as far as I'm concerned right now, from my point of view. I will be playing on a multiplayer server here real soon. I've just recently learned that this game is available for multiplayer, which is pretty fantastic, actually. I can see a lot of scenarios where that would be pretty cool. Ooh, 70, we get to pedal down. I won't quite hit 70 unless we're on a downhill, but... Yeah, so if you're watching this and you have a multiplayer server, or you want to throw something in the hat and let me know a little more about that, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Make sure you scribble her up there real good. And by scribble, I mean type, because that's what we do in computers. We type stuff. We type with our fingers. Don't chicken peck it. Come on now. You want to type it. That's good. Are you doing it right now? Huh? You got something to say? You better be typing it right now while watching this video. If you let it go any further without doing it, I'm going to crash this truck. That's it. We're going off the road. I'm just kidding. We're not really going to do that, because I have absolutely no way of knowing right now whether or not you are doing what I have asked you to do, because I am not psychic at the time of doing this video. I am simply cruising. That's right, coasting along in life. As a virtual truck driver. That's right. So for those of you who know Callie came up to me yesterday. She said, Daddy, because, you know, I'm her dad. She's not going to call me Beard. She does in the videos. It's a little weird at home. And, hey, Beard. And I actually answered to it. Yeah, what's up? So she comes up and she says, hey, Dad, could you imagine if you were actually driving, this truck was actually out on the roads? I thought, that is a fantastic idea, kid. You know? Now I've said that, we'll see them everywhere. Now, what was the show? I just watched it. Okay, I didn't just watch it. That's a lie, and I don't mean to lie. You know, we're friends. I'm sorry. I don't mean to lie. Logan, that's what it was. In the movie Logan. I'm sure you've seen it. If you haven't, go check it out. Pretty good show. If you like superheroes and, you know, like action-y type stuff, and it was really good. Really. I enjoyed it. But there's a number of scenes there where they're driving along, and you see the automated trucks. The automated trucks, they're just cruising. Now, granted, they're automated. They're like that Google Drive thing where, you know, there's just the vehicle running itself. They're unmanned completely in that movie. They're supposed to be. But why not have it, instead of automating it, because that kind of freaks me out a little. You know, the whole, you know, you automate them now. Next thing you know, you're trying to save Sarah O'Connor there. Anyways, no Terminator references. We're going to leave that alone, Beard. Excuse me. It's a little dusty here on the road today. But, you know, if you could actually... Oh, one last look. Yeah, we're looking good. If you could actually have it like, you know, how they fly the drones, right? We're going to cut that corner a little bit. Just I don't want to hit any oncoming traffic. Like how they fly the drones. Well, actually have people controlling the vehicles, but have them all in one location. Now, there would have to be certain rules and regulations in place. And obviously I'm dreaming here right now, but I don't see why it couldn't be done. You could literally have, like, you know how they have call centers, right? You could have drive centers or whatever the hell you want to call it. But literally, you know, you could have a center where there's a, you know, a room with a bunch of guys sitting in you know, just like I am right now in front of, you know, a beautiful monitor, I must say. It's very, 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 very nice colors. It's reflecting the morning sun here, quite nice. But sitting there with a steering wheel and doing his thing, just kind of out cruising and making money, you know. Fatigue wouldn't be an issue. You start to get tired, you tag out, get your partner in. Hey, buddy, come on, you jump behind the wheel. Boom, and he goes. You know? And then you're just taking one person out of the mix, one possible fatality. Now, of course, you know, there has to be a certain level of realism to these controls so that, you know, they can be properly controlled and navigated, and you know, you have to worry about the other people on the road and whatnot. But isn't that kind of where VR comes into things? Because, man, I put my VR on when I'm doing Project Cars 2, and I tell you, I am in that game. Like, straight up, it feels like you were in a virtual world. And so I don't see why something like that couldn't be implemented. Okay, we are making a left up ahead, just past the median here. We're just gonna give them lots of notice that we're turning, so they can go around us. Because I know I'd be pedal down right now if I was stuck behind me and a big double lane opened up like that. Okay, I think we're not good. No. Go, buddy. Go, buddy. Go. Oh my goodness. That was fun. And do you think I cut that corner wide enough? I'm a little rusty here this morning. Not a lot of time in the seat here today. And a little distracted doing the video, chatting with you guys. Having a good time, I got to admit. Kind of enjoying this. It's nice to be able to talk and, you know, not have things shooting at you and things trying to eat you, and you know, like any regular day in the gaming world. It's kind of fun, gotta be honest. Very relaxing, you know. And you're done playing a lot of games, you know, you're always like, yeah, that was fun, that was great. Some games are stressful, you know. Some games, you know yourselves, you've all played them, where you're going, man alive, holy, I can't believe how hard that was, and blah 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 blah. And then there's those games where, you know, you're falling asleep, right? And this, don't get me wrong, could be those if you played enough of it, and if you're a person that needs action. You know, not a lot of action here. Definitely not a lot of action. I think it's very therapeutic for the soul, though, and it is very, very stress-free. That was a little close on that one there. That one a little squirrely on the side. Don't want to be tagging anybody. I can't believe we had an accident there today. I've tarnished my good record. My driving record. So I've lost my 40% discount, apparently. It's a good thing that that's not really a thing in the game, because if it was, I'd be pretty sad right about now. I gotta be honest. I'd be crying foul. Foul! They'd be crying strike. You're out. Oh, man. Oh, big turn with the rig right there. That's... Oh. Whoa. Okay. Collect yourself, Beard. Collect yourself. You went in a little hot, but you came out of it unscathed. Trailer's good. Merchandise is good. Your name is not tarnished. Your name is Golden. Golden Beard. Feel like there should be some kind of intro there, some sort of James Bond. I love gold. Austin Powers like reference. All right, cruising along at a measly 51 mile per hour. We need to pedal down here and get her up to a little over 60. Although, having said that, I can see a whole line of traffic up ahead here. We're going to get slowed down. We still got another 7 hours on the road. 7 hours driving with traffic. It's 11:20 a.m., so fortunately we've gotten through that morning rush. We'll try and push into the afternoon here and see how it's looking. Keep an eye on that fatigue and see what it does to us. I mean, we know what it does. It makes us sleepy, for Pete's sake. Get a grip, Beard. All right. Cruising. I often follow trucks on... so I live in British Columbia in Canada here, BC. And I often drive up into our interior and head up through Kamloops. And I've gone to Edmonton on a number of trips. And, Edmonton, that's quite a drive, depending which way you go. I mean, it's a drive regardless. But I like to go and head in through Jasper. Oh, come on, guys. Do we need to be doing this right now? Down to 35 in a 70 zone? And you get in behind the trucks, and there's some windy roads. You know, they're mountain roads. They're up and down. So if you don't know the highway, you can often find yourself a little bit low in your gear. If you're in a big truck, that makes an awful big difference. Thank you, Razor Synapse, for your notification of your update. Your timing was fantastic. And you're often behind them, and I see them, and they come into corners, and I'm thinking, man, that guy is trucking. You know, wonder what it feels like to behind that wheel. Is it stressful when you're, like, death gripping that wheel on that corner? Is he white knuckling? Ooh, that was a nice looking police car there. Fantastic. You know, you kind of wonder these things. And now I'm doing it. I got to be honest. Might have had a little white on the knuckles back there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. Whereabouts are we? Let's take a look at our map, shall we, folks? Oh, what do we got here? Loan installments, taking all my money. Certainly are. A total of $3,628 is paid. I am down to 2 loans, too. I had a few out. Managed to pay them off. That's why my dollar figure is down there. I don't hold on to too much. I generally get to about 140, 150K. And that's when I make a decision. Am I going to, A, upgrade my garage, B, buy a new truck, hire a driver, C, pay off some loan installments, or D, stop at the bar along the way, man, and like totally have a few drinks and crash there for the night, sleep it off in my sleeper back here. It's fantastic, man. You know, it's great. Oh, here comes the big hill. Okay, hold on. Everybody slow right down. We're at a big hill. Slow down, you're going too fast. That's better. Yeah, there you go, guys. Slow right down. I don't want to cruise through this with any speed. Yep, that's great. Thanks for that. Much appreciated. Feeling the love. Feeling the love. Or that might just be gas. Not too sure. Is there any point in building my speed up here? Y'all are just gonna snail your way through this here? Look, buddy's trying to make a move. Go for it, wild man. Oh, there's a car. There's a car. You're gonna get... And it's a cop! You didn't get busted. I'm a little sad about that. That would have been entertaining. That really would have. Okay. Ooh, listen to that. I know I should shift, but... It just sounds awesome. It really does. It really does. Let's take a look and see whereabouts we are on our journey here. We're going to unrealistically push a map button, which will take us out of the game. And so we're almost halfway there. We're chunking along pretty good. On our way up to an interchange here pretty quick. So once we're through the mountain pass, things will go a little better. Once we get up there and get onto one of the main interstates, we should be doing pretty good. We'll see how it goes. I have yet to make it all the way over to Eureka and Hornbrook and Redding. As you can see, I've only got 34.99% of this map explored. I seem to do the same routes over and over and over again. I haven't yet been over to the Grand Canyon. That's something I would like to do. We'll have to go and do a little sightseeing. can we take the truck and drive straight off the road into the canyon? I mean, that would be worth the damage to the truck, would it not? You know, I'm just saying. Pretty entertaining, if you ask me. I'm going to have to try that now. Oh, man. Have you done it? Have you tried? What's the craziest thing you've done in ATS? Have you done anything crazy? Now, I know we don't have a whole lot of American Truck Simulator followers on the channel, as it is something I'm just recently introducing. But I feel as I introduce any game, we tend to bring subscribers in from that game, and they join our community, our family of gamers and friends alike. And, you know, with that, they bring experience within those particular games and sometimes offer it up. So it's nice having, you know, a collaboration of different people with different gaming backgrounds altogether. Same sort of genre, as you can see in my channel. I stick to a certain motif of games. I mean, Destiny 2 kind of blew that out of the window. That's the first-person shooter. The first-person shooter. That's the FPS. You see what I did to the first-person shooter? Whoa, hit them brakes. There we go. We'll slow down rather suddenly and see if we can get rear-ended. I want to go to Mexico. Don't you want a payday? So, yeah, you know, we tend to bring in different viewers and people that like this game and like that game. And I'm very interested to see how we do with American Truck Simulator. Something I would like to keep going on the channel. Probably do 1 to 2 a week. Now, normally my uploads, I had been prior to the summer. So before summer, I was all about the daily videos. I had the ability to do so, but work has not let me have that ability. Okay, we're looking good that way. And we're going to go after this big boy right here. Very nice. Oh, I would really like to get out of this view. Yay! There we go. That was a little sloppy. But there was nobody coming. So I was just trying to give you a nice view, kind of get the feel for things. I got to get better with the cameras. That's definitely something I'll practice. I'll have to hotkey them into different locations here. We already got traffic behind us. Come on, guys! I just got going here. We're about to hit the hill though, so things are gonna rock out here pretty good. And we're about to slow down. Yes, we are. We're coming into town. All right, where are we going? We're making a right up ahead. Yeah, little tight little roads there. Can't be afraid to cut some curbs. Hopping up over the curb sometimes saves your butt. You know, you don't want to risk getting in an accident. Look at that. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool up there. Huh. I like seeing the different attractions. It's something they put into the game that's true to form. You know, you can expect to see some of these things when you're out driving. Any monuments are in there, of course, and whatnot, but anything that stands out, they've taken the time to put in. So that's kind of cool. On the downslope here, we're going to skip a couple gears there to get ahead. And straight to 18. We're going to get up over 65. We got to 66. It was the best we could do, though. That's unfortunate. At least we're up to 70 now, and there's no one directly in front of us. In comes the income. 3,545 from Tobias. Good old Tobias. He's busting away there. He's been with me since, well, not quite from the beginning, but he was my first hire on, so he's got a number of levels under his belt. Through just about everything into long-distance drives, so we get some good work out of him. He's driving my second nicest truck. He's driving my Peterbilt. It's got a sleeper on the back, 500 horsepower. I upgraded the motor and the transmission. Has a cool 18-speed transmission in there. And you know, I have to take a look. I'm not sure what tranny Peterbilt runs. I know Kenworth is an Eaton. I want to say that Peterbilt also runs an Eaton, but I could be wrong. And for those of you who don't know, Eaton is a fantastic transmission. Bulletproof. They can take a real beating, those Eatons. This is terrible. I should never speak again. But so much for never speaking again. Here we go. We are going to try and make a move on this guy if we're able. And, yeah, my name's not able. So it's not happening. Too much traffic. Too much traffic. And he's going to slow us down. That is unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll maybe get to make a move on him, but I think it's just too busy this time of day. We're getting into the after-work rush. Now, if I had to come out of there with speed, I could have pulled that off, but I'll never make it in time now. Not a chance. Well, it is what it is, and that's all it is. Cruising along on Route 305, fantastic. It's very scenic. No more tumbleweeds. Kind of expected to see a few of them tumbling around here, but maybe we're up too high on the elevation. It does feel like we're up in some mountaintops here. I know we climbed quite a bit from where we were. Elevation change, though, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. It's funny how it happens around Earth. Some places are high, some places are low. Yep. It's a thing. Well, we're going to settle in for the ride here then and enjoy ourselves some scenery as it ticks on by. Curious, you know, this is around the time when I'm kind of clipping along like this. I start thinking about mods. You know, I like to go and search them and see if I can find anything fun, anything interesting. So if you know of any fun and interesting mods, please do me a favor and you know, link them in the comment section down below. And not just for myself, but for anyone else who may be watching the video and might find it interesting, want to give it a try. Of course, I'm, you know, perusing the usual haunts for mods, and you know, and of course on the workshop. And you pretty much know what you get on the workshop is, you know, they've been tested for the most part. There's generally lots of comments to tell you if there is any bugs or whatnot. I guess then the other thing that I'm seeing, oh, there's some paragliders. I'm seeing paragliders. They're seeing all sorts of things because they're high. They're up in the sky. They're really high. Look at that. Yeah, you see what it, yeah. But what I found with the mods, that's why I haven't bothered installing too many yet. I've got a handful in. That's about it. Is, you know, if you're not on the right, if you've updated. And those mods haven't been updated, it can cause you grief. And good grief, Charlie Brown, that's just not something we want. We don't want no stinking grief. We want our game to work. We want to turn it on and jump back into our wonderful world of ATS and keep on trucking. We don't want to jump in and have the game blow up in our faces and nothing work. So if you are installing mods, guys, you're going to want to go ahead and double check what you're doing. Make sure what you're doing is not counterproductive to your time in your game. Nothing worse than fiddling with a game, trying to get her to work. All right, cruising. There's a U-Haul. Hello, U-Haul. You keep hauling, U-Haul. Yes, sir. Kind of nice. The mod showing the actual real company names and everything. It's kind of neat. You know, you're hauling for Tesla, you're hauling for Walmart, you know, Texaco, it's a real thing. All the gas stations, they all got real names. That's kind of cool. You know, kind of cool, kind of fun. Kind of interesting to see. Once you see all the names up on the boards and you're like, yeah, man, yeah. Makes it feel a little more like home, so to speak. Okay, so traffic's going to get all bunged up here. Let's see what happens. Slow down, maybe not bung, that's not too bad. We're gonna hang a Roger here. Okay, let's all jam our brakes because we got nothing else better to do but jam our brakes. Perfect. Onto the big highway. A little more open roads. of speed. Yeah, I'm coming over, pal. I gave you the courtesy shoulder work. I moved to the shoulder. You know, I wasn't just going to deliberately crash into you. I'm not that guy. Don't want to be that guy. Fantastic. Look at this. Look at the scenic value here, boys and girls. That is just gorgeous. Is that, looks like a train track over on our right-hand side there? As we're slowly chugging our way up here. It's a big hill. I mean, yeah, the speed limit might be 80. I ain't getting up to 80, I'll tell you that right now. If it's a downhill, I might get a little over 70, but that's about it. I'm going through the tunnel. That's great. That's just great. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Can we turn around and go do it again? No, we can't do that. You're not turning around, period. Just keep moving, man. Don't look back. There's a big hill coming up. So here we go. We're going to drop her in, and we will get up to about 70 here. A little over 70, maybe 75, 76. Come on. Give me 77. Give me 78. Ah, no, 78. All right, well, we're going to watch her now. Once we get to about 67 or so, I'm going to gear down. We're holding our speed surprisingly well, considering the incline here. She's a pretty good truck, though, I got to admit. Once she kicks in, there she goes. We're going to downshift. And one more time. Well, Mr. Corey brought in a whopping 2400. He's a bit of a scrub. Picked him up. Had a rating of 0.8. As I say, scrub. But, you know, we got to train him. We got to let him level up. And I guess in the game, that's, you know, the equivalent to training. And where do you want to put it? Well, let me tell you what I do, guys. The way I see it, for your skill points. Okay, here's a little bearded tip right here. For your skill points, don't spend them. Nah, just kidding. I'm just joking. Of course you want to spend them. I personally filled up my long distance first. Your long distance travel. Because, let's face it, we're cruising all over the place. And, you know, you never know what sort of gig you're going to pick up and where you're going to end up. So that's pretty much a given that you're going to make off that. You maybe don't have to fill it all the way up first. Just in time deliveries, although you got to be careful when you're... Ooh, that was a weird little blip I've never seen before. If you're running with a realistic traffic mod, it can really slow you down, and so those on-time deliveries, they can suffer from that. So you kind of have to question which way you're going to go with the game, what it is you want to do. We're just going to go ahead and merge in over here because we're clipping along, and I would very, very much like to pass this guy. And as soon as we hit the crest here, the apex of the hill, we will, I'm just trying to look ahead. It looks as if we are here. And I am needing to get over. So, my plan to go ahead and turn and get ahead of you was all for naught. Okay, buddy? You're going to have to see what I am doing. We'll make you jam on your brakes. Yeah, I do apologize. Bit of a jerk driver here today, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just got to do what a truck driver's got to do. Whoa. Buddy. And we're going to roll backwards. We are... Oh, juice, baby, juice. I don't like how they jam their brakes like that and make us slam our brakes that much quicker than, you know, what we would normally do. I mean, I don't mind slowing down fast, but we're on a hill. And you saw what happened. I ended up rolling backwards there. That was not the best situation to be in. Okay, we're going to make a move. Beautiful. We are almost at our destination, boys and girls, and I would just like to say, as we move towards here, I want to thank you for joining me, and I'm really interested to hear from you guys. My regular subscribers, you guys know who you are. I mean, obviously, you're on my channel, but my regular crew, there's a certain number of you guys that you know, you're out there on the live streams and you're supporting me on my videos, liking and commenting, and that goes a long way, man. And I can't begin to tell you how good it makes a person feel. And so I really want to hear from you guys what you think of this. Wow, we're like coming into Texaco, an actual gas station here. Let's see. What do we, where are we going to put this bad boy? That is a nasty park right there. We're just going to drop it off and play it safe. Only reason I say that is because of the time of day and all the traffic. I got screwed on that once before, and I'd rather get some as opposed to none. Okay, but we are coming in on a bit of a bad angle, so I'm going to mash the bejeebas out of that. Excuse me, Mr. Coppicer. I just want to get a bit of an angle here, but I got to be careful that I don't cut too much. Oh, watch that. Oh, it's close. Okay, I can't cut anymore. There it is. And this bad boy, make a big old cut. Hopefully we're going to make this here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Probably going to have to back up. I don't know. Sometimes it's a little picky as to how they want this to pan out. Let's see if we can just do this. Give it a wiggle. All right. Now we'll just old reverse. Kind of want it over a little bit. That should about do her. Give me the ding. Why you no ding ding? There it is. Fantastic. Go ahead and drop those legs. Unlock, uncouple, we're good. Now let's see how we did here today. Excellent. Time taken 1 hour 19 minutes with a grand total of $44,000. Not too shabby. 1895 XP. We are now, boom, 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 almost level 16. We are an entrepreneur. That's right. We're no longer a workhorse. We have moved up into an entrepreneur status. We'll see where that goes. Fantastic. Fantastic. Looking pretty good, guys. I want to thank you for joining me. It's been a blast. A little longer than my 20-minute videos. That was more the length of a live stream. Is this something you'd like me to live stream? I think that's the question. I was going to hit the live stream button here today rather than, going and doing it the old-fashioned way, gameplay, recording the screen capture, editing, and throwing all those goodies in. Sometimes it's nice just to see those videos raw. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And please do not forget to like and subscribe if you haven't by now. And I would love for you guys to join us on our live streams every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm the Beard Comply Entertainment. We'll catch you guys soon. All right.